All right, welcome to this daily horoscope for Thursday, February 12th. My name is Athen. So yesterday we had the shifting of energies, or we started to feel like the shifts and changes were about to take place. And so today the shifts are in fact happening. We've got Mercury gaining his momentum, moving forward today. We have the moon shifting signs going into Scorpio. We've got the sun going into Aquarius and Mars going into Pisces today. So lots of shifts happening. Now we are still in this third quarter phase of the lunar cycle of Capricorn, so it's still about assuming that responsibility, especially because the moon is going to be linking up to Saturn today. But we're coming up, this is the last stretch, the tail end of this transit. You know, the lunar cycle in Capricorn isn't the easiest thing in the world. It's about responsibility, duty, you know, taking that mature, grounded approach. And so we're coming up to the tail end of it now, and with this conjunction between the moon and Saturn, I think today is going to be the last, which you might say, push towards finishing up these Capricornian things, whatever it's been about assuming more responsibility and taking care of things in your life. So stepping into that, again, we want to work with the energies here. Stepping into that mature role will allow the lunar energies to flow very nicely today. Now, with the moon in Scorpio for the next 2.5 days, you know, this is about depth. This is about intensity. What we want to do is, while we're, approaching life in this mature way, we want to be very open and receptive in all areas of our life, including relationships. We want to be transparent. So this is the time to allow ourselves to come out, our inner selves, our true selves to come out, allow that transparency to be there, seek transparency in our relationships, want to understand the deeper elements of the things in our life, the relationships, the work, whatever it is. And again, if we do that, there is that flow. Now, the moon is going to be sextiling up to Mercury, so a very good day for mental aptitude, thinking, and open communications. If we keep communications open today, definitely a good flowing of energy. And the moon is going to be squaring up to Neptune, so a willingness to have that receptivity in this sense of the going with the flow and compassion and surrendering in our life. So if we do this, we do these sort of, elements, we work with the elements of the moon here, we're going to have that nice emotional and just overall flow throughout our day. Now, with Mars going into Pisces for the next 2.5 months, this is going to be the overall energy of how we take initiation. We're still in this third quarter phase, so this is still an action time. I think we're starting to feel like the energies are going to start to wind down today. However, it's still that action phase. And with Mars going into Pisces, this is about making sure that we take things very slowly. We get plenty of rest. We're listening to our intuition. We're compassionate with our actions. We have presence and peace in what we're doing. Here, there is flow in our actions, in our motivations, when we go about it in that Piscean sense. So very good there for the next 2.5 months, and we're going to feel that shift of things moving into the more Piscean realm of how we exert our energy, how we move forward. And again, that's what we want to embrace. We want to embrace the elements of Pisces here. Now, with the sun shifting into Aquarius, it's Mars is leaving Aquarius, and then the sun is entering Aquarius, and Venus is still in Aquarius. So there's still a lot of this Aquarius energy. But now with the sun, it's especially about giving. I think Venus and Mars in Aquarius showed us a lot about giving, being of service, perhaps focusing on the global shifts, what's happening in the big picture of the world. And now with the sun there for the next 30 days, it's that vital life force energy, and that's exactly what the sun is about. It's about giving. Now, this is the Leo energy, so it's about giving from self to other by expressing yourself, by giving what you have to offer. And so if we do that, there's a tremendous amount of passion, vital life force, and creativity flowing in our life when we are other-oriented and giving in that sense. So that's the next 30 days, and there's definitely that shift here today in regards to that. Now for the next 7 or 8 days, we're still going to have this sun semi-sextiling up to Mars energy. So this is all new. We're learning this. We're learning this fine balance between going with the flow with Mars and giving with the sun. So treating it as a learning experience, going slowly, and just integrating these two elements as best as we can is going to be the key here, especially today, but for the next 7 or 8 days. All right, so let's go and draw a card, see what Spirit has in store for us for today. Okay, Libra. Well, this is where the moon came from. So let's think about perhaps what we learned during the Libra phase of the moon for the last 2.5 days. Relationships, support through our relationships, being there for others, the importance of balance and peace in our life. See, Libra teaches us a very important lesson before we go into Scorpio, and that's that relationships have a certain dynamic. And this is, of course, the relationship we have with ourselves and also the relationship we have with our environment in general. So it's about harmony, and it's about peace, and it's about respect in many ways too. So if we're not respecting ourselves, our people in our life, our work, etc., then we can't go deep with it. So in order to go deep with the moon in Scorpio, we have to understand respect in our life for that particular thing that we're wanting to get deeper with. So perhaps that's a reminder from Spirit to tap into that mutual respect and understanding and, in many sense, of the moon, receptivity, in order to go deeper with those things in our life. All right, well, have a great day. Thanks again for all of your support. Please get in touch if you'd like a personal reading, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.